Assalamu alaikum students. Welcome again. Welcome to the second clip of our second video session of week 13. Now, this is what we have done in the last video, just to recall the last session कि हमने क्या क्या किया, इसलिए ये मैं clip आपको दिखा रही हूँ. This one is again first video clip. This is what we have done till group communication and you can say types of group communication. जो generally हम go through हुए थे ये वाली type से हम go through हो चुके हैं. Now next that we have to study right now components of group communication. Again this one is a slide जो आपकी added है extra आपको other than your lesson plans इसमें कुछ चीजें दी हुई हैं. Now what are the components of group communication? There are a number of components of group communication, like first of all we have to know about the goal, objective, purpose. So you have to be clear about your goal, purpose and objective towards which group word is directed. So what's the basic objective? What's the basic goal? Working. Work is the physical or mental effort you use when trying to accomplish something. Again, this is about working environment or the way you work in the organization and all that. Okay, now interdependence. Group is affected and influenced by the action of other members. So this is very important. जिस आप environment के अंदर रहते हैं, जहाँ पे आप काम कर रहे होते हैं, तो वहाँ उसका influence होता है. So that is very important when we are talking about components of group communication. Now, next one is about interaction. Again, the way you interact with another individual. Communicate through verbal or non-verbal messages. That is about, you can say, interaction. So what's your body language? That is the part of non-verbal communication. And verbally, how you are used to of talking to the next person or how you can communicate the message to the next person. Next one is about when we are talking about number of individuals. So that can be the members. At least 3 members as group grow larger, individual satisfaction with and commitment to the group often decreases. So when satisfaction will be increases, so and commitment to the group often decreases. So जब भी आपका number of individuals ज़्यादा होते हैं, अगर तो आपकी level of satisfaction high हो जाता है, तो that is good for you और number of individuals और add होते जाते हैं. लेकिन अगर आपका लेवल ऑफ सेटिस्फेक्शन लो होता है, आप अपनी कमिटमेंट को फुलफिल नहीं कर सकते हो, तो डेफिनेटली ये नंबर जो है वो रिड्यूस होना शुरू हो जाता है, सेटिस्फेक्शन रिड्यूस होना शुरू हो जाती है. सो दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सो दिस वन इज अबाउट द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ ग्रुप कम्युनिकेशन स्टूडेंट्स एंड दैट इज अबाउट द कंपोनेंट्स ऑफ ग्रुप कम्युनिकेशन. Okay, now next thing that we have to right now study is, ये तो अभी तक हम एक जनरल कॉन्सेप्ट डिस्कस करते रहे हैं ग्रुप कम्युनिकेशन के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से. नाउ दिस वन इज लिंक्ड विद द ग्रुप मीटिंग्स. नाउ व्हाट्स द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ ग्रुप मीटिंग्स? इसका क्या कॉन्सेप्ट है? मीटिंग इज अ गैदरिंग ऑफ 2 or more people for purposeful discussion. There are 2 main types. So again, it's about gathering of number of individuals and talking for the you can say same purpose or for the working for the same objective. So that can be the group meeting, just like the number of individuals sitting together and they just want to discuss with one another just for the sake of same purpose or objective. Now formal group meeting, informal group. Again, there are 2 basic types. Formally, when we have to sit together, and informally if we want to, just like they say आजकल भी आपकी काफी चीजें हुई हैं. So whatever the type of meeting, that can be the formal and informal. Definitely, we have to make the groups or we have to arrange the group meetings. Now, next thing that we have to discuss is about formation of groups, how we can make the groups, how we can form the groups. Groups go through 4 formative stages. This is very important, students. There are 4 formative stages of formation of groups, right? Again, it's very important thing. अगेन मैंने आपको बताया था इस लेक्चर के अंदर बहुत ज़्यादा टेक्निकली और छोटी छोटी टर्म्स है और काफ़ी ज़्यादा आई अंडरस्टैंड इस लेक्चर के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से. वो काइंडली नोट डाउन करें आप, और आपकी जो समरी आप लोग बनाएंगे उसमें एक एक पॉइंट को आपने डिस्कस करना है. बाय द वे, मैंने आपको वीडियो इसीलिए रिकमेंड की थी कि वीडियो में भी सारी चीज़ें समराइज फॉर्म में हर पॉइंट को डिस्कस किया हुआ है, तो कोशिश करें कि आप वीडियो से गो थ्रू हों, तो देन इट बिकम्स वेरी इजी फॉर यू टू मेक योर you can say to attempt your summary. Thank you, students, for meeting stages in becoming a group. So, what are the basic four formative stages? These are the four formative stages just to make the groups. So, first one is about forming. Here, the group tries to get started. It's about formation stage. First stage, it is the orientation phase for group members. So, this is also known as orientation phase, right, students? सो आपको आइडिया होना चाहिए कि इसको हम फॉर्मेशन को ऑलरेडी इट्स नोन एज ओरिएंटेशन फेज. नाउ नेक्स्ट वन इज अबाउट स्टॉर्मिंग. Now, what is the concept of storming? Storming. Members begin to stake out their positions. They begin to have conflicts and arguments. That means now this is the time when you are working in the organization, and this one is the stage when you have definitely conflicts and arguments in that stage also. So that is the second session or stage. Then norming. Norming related to what? Progress begins here. It's about related to your performance also. Members work to solve the conflicts. Again, this is very important. For what reason members has to work? They have to work for to solve the conflict and recognize acceptable kinds of conduct. So what they have to do is they have to, you can say, almost whatever members have to solve the conflict and recognize the acceptable kinds of conduct. So what they are used to of in this phase or stage. This is definitely progress phase. Members work to solve the conflicts and recognize the acceptable kinds of conduct. So they have to recognize the acceptable way of conduct. The way you have to behave in the organization, the way you have to work in the organization. So that is about progress phase. Last one is this is the time when you have to prove yourself. This is the time when you have to, you can say, think about the objective of your organization. Here, the group begins to achieve its goals. When your group has to achieve the goal, so that is about, you can say, uh, performing stage. Here you can achieve your objectives. Here you have to perform or you have to prove yourself for the achievement of the objective of the organization. So this is how you can go through from the formation of group stages. So these are the four stages: forming, storming, norming, and performing. So this is what you have to know, student. Very important. Phases for solving the problem. Now, what are the phases? First of all, whenever we are talking about, जब भी कोई हम काम करते हैं, तो सबसे पहले जो हमारा काम होता है वो होता है कि हम आइडेंटिफाई करें प्रॉब्लम को. तो जब हम प्रॉब्लम को आइडेंटिफाई कर लेते हैं स्टूडेंट्स, तो फिर उसके बाद हम सोल्यूशन की तरफ मूव करते हैं. So for that reason, there are number of phases for solving the problem. How we have to go through from all these phases, this is what right now we have to see. Once you are part of a group seeking to solve the problem, one other thing occurs. The group begins to follow certain phases in solving the problem. So the group has to follow the certain phases in solving the problem. Now, first thing is about orientation. You know very well from your, you can say, HR concepts point of view, management concepts point of view. ये आप लोगों को idea होगा. Still, again, we have to discuss. Here, discussion is free-flowing. People orally wonder about each trying to focus on asking the question. This is the orientation phase when whatever you want to know, whatever you want to discuss, whatever you want to, you can say, get the information and find out the information. सो दिस वन इज़ योर ओरिएंटेशन. जैसे आप लोग स्टूडेंट्स यूनिवर्सिटी में आते हैं तो हम आपका ओरिएंटेशन सेशन होता है आपका first 2 to 3 days, maybe whatever you want to know, आपके teacher, classes, timetable and all that you want to know. और उसके बाद डॉक्टर साहब आपको बताते हैं कि this is what our institute is and how you have to behave in that institute and all that. So ये आपका orientation phase होता है. Just you will you have to become familiar with the organization or you can say any place wherever you want to work or wherever you are working. Here, two questions are numerous. Members try to inform and ask further question, definitely. So this is orientation phase. Next one is about conflict. Again, ये वाले phases जो हैं वो पिछले वाली stages के साथ link करते हैं up to a certain extent. Totally इनके concept वही है. Now जब आपको orientation हो जाती है, जब आपको idea हो जाता है, then you have to move toward conflict. After the preliminary hearing is over, members begin to offer the opinions, evidence in support of their positions. That means you have to give your opinion. Now you are in the position, you can suggest something to the others, or you can say to the employer and employer of the organization. At this phase, initial conflicts occurs. So जब आप ये काम करते हैं तो definitely initial conflicts raise होते हैं. There may even be resistance to the agreed upon task. So definitely जब भी आप कोई opinion देंगे, आप कोई suggestion देंगे, कोई recommendation देंगे तो conflict raise होंगे. So conflict में आपकी resistance भी होगी और कुछ लोग उसको definitely agree भी होंगे whatever you are saying. But at the end of the day, purpose क्या होगा? It's just to achieve the objective of the organization. Now, what is emergence? Open exchange continue. Open exchange continue. Definitely आप अपने ideas exchange करते रहेंगे, opinions and all that. Members begin to search for ways of truly solving the problem. Compromises occurs and there is a decrease in conflict and sincere movement toward decreasing differences in opinion. So this is what the time is when you can say uh, you know about your organization and people become to know about you also, and people wants to understand you and you want to understand your employees and the people in the organization and organization as well. So at this stage, emergence, that means everyone wants to merge with you, or you can say just to accept your opinion, or just to, you can say this is the time when you have the patience, you have the level when you understand everyone and people understand you. So this one is the time when you specifically think about the overall, everyone collectively think about the objective of the organization. And last one is about solution. Then at the end, everyone has to think and you will have to think about the solution and objective of the organization. So this one is about, you can say, second video clip and session for week 13. Thank you, students. Next to have on next session we start with. Thank you so much.